protect yourself at all times. Good luck to both of you. Buena suerte.
Ramirez, right hands have a habit of falling on the chin of southpaws.
What about the uppercut?
Hart said, I have been waiting for this my whole life, and the moment has come.
First question would come to my mind, if I'm looking at Ramirez, guy that tall, that long, does he know how, does he understand how to fight tall?
Oftentimes when you watch him, you would say the answer is no.
That's the Mexican heritage. Just thinking about fighting sometimes.
He's well above the super middleweight average. 6'2.5" is Ramirez, opposite 6'3".
With that much size and that much punching power. Hart's moving around a lot. He doesn't feel comfortable in there right now, to me. He looks like he's trying to find his place.
Telling me by moving around, he's speaking to me. He's speaking of boxing language. He's saying, I think Ramirez can maybe hurt me, so I'm trying to keep him off balance.
Just a minute ago in that sequence, Hart landed a right hand. Ramirez did not like it.
Who does? Grab behind the back.
It's a short right hand that you note there, Timmy, when Ramirez came forward with Hart against the ropes. Tried to land another right hand that time in between the punches.
The bigger puncher here is Hart. The busier guy, usually at the end of the day, is Ramirez. Redness already on the right side of the face of Ramirez.
Yeah, Hart looks very athletic in there, man. Good movement, good balance, moving on angles. He looks like he knows exactly what he's doing now. He's having a little bit of success moving around and making Ramirez reach at him.
Yeah, he understands he's got a guy in Ramirez, maybe not a power puncher, but a busy guy. And you can't move your hands too well when you're off balance.
End of one.
That was a great round for Hart.
Watch out, sir.
Bobby Watts, Willie the Worm Monroe.
There were so many great Philadelphia middleweights back in the 70s. Hagler may be one of the greatest middleweights of all time.
And to think how good he was and how good that group was, and that was somebody that didn't win a world title. In this generation, he'd probably be a multi-belt guy.
He had to fight guys like Benny Briscoe that a lot of people don't even talk about, that had a chin like a piece of granite.
As down rushes out and Ramirez steps forward right into that pocket to try to get after Jesse Hart.
That's the forte of Ramirez, going to the body and throwing a lot of shots.
And I'm not sure how long Hart can sustain this movement for 12 rounds, fighting hard like he's doing right now.
What I'm not sure about is, I think he can sustain the movement, but can he create enough offense off the movement to do more than survive? That's the key. You can move all night long and survive, but not necessarily win. But he's going to have to settle down and sit to get that power. Moving, he's basically saying,
good shot by Ramirez. He got the best of that exchange. Jesse Hart's going to struggle to get up. Spaghetti legs for the Philly Kid.
7, 8, 9. Come here, we go. Good.
Jesse Hart can see that punch.
looked like a left uppercut. It was short, too.
And now Zurdo's got a lot of time to work with here in round two.
His way should go to the body, then back upstairs for the ring.
Straight left hand, trying to get around that guard with another one.
This is where
Hart isn't tying up.
That's exactly what I was just about to say, Joe. He's not tying up. This is where the experience comes in at. He needs to step inside and close the gap and tie him up.
This is where teaching comes in. You know, when you're teaching a football team, you teach them what to do. Who teaches a fighter what to do when they're hurt? Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Jesse Hart trying
That's what he's going to do. Grab. Kill time.
Man, just the referee pushing him back almost had him off balance.
Yeah, his legs are very rubbery. He doesn't have any balance or any strength in his legs anymore.
Yeah, Ramirez is helping him a little bit, but only going to the head, not going downstairs to that body. Taking some air out of those tires.
His legs do not look good at all. They're not strong or stable at all.
As the chance of Zurdo rain down here in Tucson. What a round for Ramirez.
Open the rope. Keep boxing. Get your hand back to your head. Keep boxing.
See the left uppercut there. It looks like, to me, not the greatest angle for it, but it looked like Hart leaned forward right into it. Exactly what he did. Now the first punch, the punch up top, that Ramirez should get credit for, you young aspiring fighters at home. That right hand up top moved him into that punch. So that was a throwaway punch. Just to move him forward, and then the left uppercut was there to find him.
Start of round number 3. We should try to get a sense very early here as to how the legs of Jesse Hart looks. Look at the power punches as CompuBox tallying that with a heavy lean to Ramirez of landing 23 in that second round. Biggest coming with that left hand that floored Jesse Hart.
Joe, Hector Zapari said, I want him to finish this fight, but I want him to do it intelligently. Don't lunge in. Take what he gives you.
I think he's doing a pretty intelligent job. He noticed that Hart leans forward when you throw up top. See how he leans forward, Timmy? When you throw up top, so what do?
I think it's ironic that we're looking at Hart and his power, and Ramirez actually displayed big punching power and hurt Hart.
Yeah, but Hart didn't show the greatest chin in the world. And Hart, to that, he's been knocked down by a 19, 18, and 3 opponent. Exhibit A in the courtroom.
Now he's in with a champion.
Oh,
no doubt he will.
He's going to play it.
And he's going to need every second of it to regroup.
Yeah, this is one of those X factors, and he's going to take care of it. He's going to take advantage of it.
He was hit low.
Yeah, but he's got a couple.
You got a stern on him. You got time. You got to go and train.
So damaged in the round before.
You tell me one time, Timmy, you've been hit low many times, that you ever went down to a knee. I don't think you ever have.
No, because my temperament is
Otra vez voy a aceptar un
you got so
punto.
much adrenaline pumping and going. I just want to continue to fight.
Good to go?
In other words, behave like a champ.
Good? Don't lose your corner. Time in. Box.
He didn't take as much time, I think, as his corner would have preferred.
I would have took my time.
You could hear his father telling him. We overheard him saying, take your time.
Hart's legs are back. One problem with it, he drops it to throw it. That means he creates a gap. Where Ramirez is on top of his game, he can fill that gap with a straight left hand before that uppercut gets there.
Let him go. Let him go. Right. Step back clean.
Left hand to body, and that extends there.
Well, Hart has made adjustments. He's trying to punch him out.
He is, but you know what? I see him keep getting hit with those body shots. That's only going to take his legs away.
There's a right hand from Zurdo.
Ramirez not going to the body enough.
An interesting third round. And Zurdo came out on the attack. Hart got hit by the low blow, gathered himself. Round 4, WBO Super Middleweight Championship on the line. 2 undefeateds for now. Jesse Hart was hurt badly in the second round as Zurdo Ramirez landed that left hand that floored him. Hart struggled to survive and find his way to the belt. Round number 4 now.
See, to me, Ramirez is more disciplined as a fighter. Has more technical skills than Hart. More experience than Hart. And I see it playing as a factor in the ring right now.
But Hart's adjusting on the fly pretty well. He understands he's making the concession. I've been hurt. Where was I hurt? And stay out of trouble. Try to catch the aggressive guy on his way in. This is where he does not belong. Flush back on the outside.
Good body work.
Hart belongs on the outside.
Yes, sir.
Ramirez splits the third with a left hand.
physically, but more importantly, mentally.
I think it's actually both.
Ramirez drives a right hand down.
Here's where the uppercut becomes the shot. Just watch the way Hart leans forward when he's hit.
They are rising to their feet here in Tucson.
Everything was set up because of the body punching. Everything up top is set up because of the body punching from Ramirez.
Yeah, when a guy's trying to survive, he'll move his legs, he'll move his head. The body doesn't move. You bang that body, and then all of a sudden, the head stops moving.
Hart now leaning on the inside, ate another short left hand. Can he find anything here? How is he standing up to it? Shot after shot.
Hart says it in his name. He has a lot of heart.
You're free, you're free, you're free.
Hart better keep moving. He's standing right there now.
2 more body punches from Ramirez.
Hey, pick up those punches, pick them up.
Punches have a habit of taking some of the movement away from those legs. The power physically and the confidence mentally to throw it with back.
Time! Good job, guys, good job.
Ramirez.
You guys dig down, dig, stop ducking.
You're wondering why Hart's standing in front,
shots when you're in
maybe
close.
that's all you need to see.
Try to get on the outside.
The body work. Taking the air right out of those tires.
You've been doing it all your life.
Actually, not as much body work as we were told, but little body work, little head work. And that uppercut is right there. Right up the middle, goes right through the guard of Hart.
If Hart continues to stand there and take those body shots, he's going to land more and more.
Here's what CompuBox has for the total punches. You see Ramirez adding greatly to his total. Check in with Bernardo.
I cruise from one corner to the other. In the blue corner, Cyclone Hart was telling Jesse, you've got to tie him up. In the red corner, they were saying, work the body. If you work the body, you can finish this fight.
Come on, Jesse. Don't lay back.
For real estate. In other words, when Ramirez tried to walk in,
We welcome everybody now watching us on ESPN2. Joe Tessitore, Timothy Bradley, and Teddy Atlas with you here in round number 5. Undefeated versus undefeated. Applied more pressure with more sustained success and had Hart hurt again in round number 4.
right uppercut of Hart's earlier today. The problem is he exposes himself. When he throws it, he drops it down. Leaves a little hole. I saw that hole get filled about 40 seconds ago by a left hand of Ramirez.
Reach outside with a body chop. The right uppercut is there. I see it. It's just timing. All it takes is timing. Right there.
I'm not sure that Hart, after what he's been through, as this guy's coming at him right now.
He's from Philly, coach.
He's making some water in that blue corner there. That's become an issue here in this round. That's the second time that Hart has struggled with his footing, and he's got Ramirez punching at him while he's trying to.
Philly fighters are tough.
Yeah, he's not in Philly right now.
We're going to take a short break and come right back. Top Rank on ESPN from Arizona.
Guys, you gotta wipe this corner down.
When he scored the knockdown, as well as the 4th round, when he landed 40 power punches and had Hart all over the place hurt, Hart was able to survive both. Ramirez, meanwhile, Hart has landed single-digit connects in each of the last 4 rounds.
Ramirez is stopping right now.
Well, there's one danger to what Ramirez is doing. He talked to that real estate agent. It's all about location. Staying on the outside, trying to charge Ramirez. Punches very consistently as he presses forward. Not blurring the vision of Hart as he comes forward. Needs to use that jab like he's doing here. See, when you're walking forward like Ramirez is, obviously Hart's going to try to pot shot him. Take those pot shots away with that jab in his face.
Right.
You're gonna break into a house, just don't go knock on the door. Go to the side door, right?
Yes, sir.
Put something in his face, disguise it.
Hey. This is for the break, okay? Hold the punches. This is for the break.
Veteran referee Mike Ortega taking control of things. With all these links to boxing's past here, with Cyclone Hart ringside on the Sunday ring, Gaspar Ortega's son as the referee.
See, again, the jab is missing a little bit from Ramirez. And what do you get?
That corner, out of his corner, is wet there.
No
He
doubt.
slipped a couple of times. They need to stay out of that corner.
And it's 6.
Time.
The undefeated champion, 35-0, Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. Well, made a comment yesterday after the weigh-in. He said, hey, life is good. Fought in the streets, now they pay me to be a champ. And he has looked the part here as we start round number 7. He's been in control against Jesse Hart, challenger from Philly.
Let him out. Right.
Ref, what do you expect him to do? He's been robbed twice when he's in close, or hurt twice when he's in close. Of course he's going to hold.
Yeah.
He's going to force you to stop him.
Yeah, well, in the beginning of the round, the refs told the Hart not to tie up, watch the holding. But I don't think it's excessive. You don't see that in this fight right now.
You just know in the mind of Hart, he's saying what I said. Did you see what happened a few rounds ago? That's what he's thinking.
Bernardo, what are they saying in Ramirez's corner?
In Ramirez's corner, they said, look across the ring. You see him breathing through his mouth. He's getting tired. I want you to stalk him, but do it intelligently. Use your waist, use feints, and then work the body.
I think that was a good example of stalking intelligently right there as he came in, and Hart had his back up against the ropes and was able to get the combination that included a couple body shots.
For me, if I'm going to give him a high IQ on intelligence, stalking, come behind the jab. Again,
jab numbers haven't been all that impressive out of Ramirez, landing 11% tonight.
and let Hart fall into him and have the uppercut there.
There are the numbers I referenced there. You see 11 out of 102 for Ramirez. He's had success to the body. He's obviously had success with the power punches tonight.
Puddles in the middle of the summer that starts to evaporate. There's less and less of them in the ring.
Yeah, I see that right now in this round. It seems like he's looking for a second win right now and he can't find it.
Yeah, the sun starts to just dry those puddles up. The pressure does the same thing.
Seems like his punches are getting a little bit softer too. They're not that much emphasis on them like they were in the beginning.
Looking for some success with that right hand.
Time.
Of Hart, and he likes to throw that right uppercut. He lands it right there. He drops it. He brings it from far away, maybe from Philadelphia, but it gets there because Ramirez did not close the gap with the left hand before it met its mark.
And to piggyback off that, Ramirez sometimes, like we said in the beginning, always gives up his height for some reason. Doesn't fight tall. You know, he fights like a small guy. He looks to slide in and get to the body. He left himself wide open.
Yeah, he will give up his height. As I said, his Mexican heritage, feeling like a champion, feeling like a fighter. He says, you know what? I'll go inside too.
This is his second title defense on the WBO World title in April 2016. Had a one-year layoff after winning the title. Injured his right hand. Had surgery, had a rest it for at least 4 months before getting back to action. Exchange in the center of the ring.
You know what? I still want to win this fight. Not just say I went the distance.
It's a young man that at 6 years old was getting up at 5 in the morning to do road work with his dad.
Keep those punches up, yes. Keep them up.
Says his whole life was dedicated to arriving at this doorstep, this opportunity to fight for a title, try to deliver to his family what dad, as great as he was, Cyclone was never able to hold a championship belt. A above his head.
And again, Cyclone had the power on the left. Jesse has the power on the right hand, and there it is again, the right uppercut. On the inside, Ramirez not using his height, fighting inside, available for that uppercut.
Occasionally short uppercut, coming around with the left hook against the southpaw.
The good news is Hart has landed his power punch. The right hand, right there again, the right uppercut.
When he was leaning on the inside, he was able to land it, Teddy.
The bad news, Ramirez eats them, takes them. If I'm in the corner of Hart, I'm telling him, hey, you landed the right uppercut. How about putting the left hook with it? Make it 2 shots instead of 1.
Glad you're with us here. Closing moments of round number 8. Top-ranked boxing on ESPN. Joe Testa, Joe Atlas, Timothy Bradley, and Bernardo Osuna. As this is the WBO Super Middleweight Championship fight. Both men undefeated. As Zurdo Ramirez has been getting to work all night long against Philadelphia's Jesse Hart. Dropped him in the second, did serious damage in the fourth.
Philly are better than the fight.
Absolutely.
You know, he's used to being in wars, and he's starting to find some success. He being Hart, starting to find some success with that right uppercut. What he needs to do, because he's behind in this fight, he needs to put something with that right uppercut, like a left hook. Instead of landing 1 big shot, land 2.
Well, Hart seems like he got a second win right now, and he's flaming with confidence right now because he has Ramirez on the ropes right now, and he's working him, and Ramirez is blocking punches right now.
He talked about this being a moment of asking yourself, how bad do you want it? Plenty has been asked of him tonight.
You know, he's boxing well right now. Got his second win back, and he's having some success in this round.
He's making a comeback, baby.
But you know what I would like to see? You know, just like in the Triple G fight, 8 body shots Triple G landed against Alvarez. How many body shots have you seen Hart land against?
Do me a favor, can you send a memo to that judge to let her know? Because she's sure Hart didn't see it.
Hart needs to go down to the basement to have a little bit more success.
Good opening minute here of round number 9 for Philly's own Jesse Hart, Cyclone Hart's son. What a great middleweight he was back in the 70s. There is Teddy Atlas's card, 76-74. It includes 2 10-8 rounds in favor of Ramirez. One came obviously because of the left uppercut in the second round that floored Jesse Hart. But in the 4th round, he had Hart nearly out. And now he backs him up. There's a left hand from Zurdo as he tries to attack the body in return.
Now we love guys that are aggressive, but right now Ramirez will take half a step back and let Hart fall in. He can nail him with an uppercut. You know, like Kenny Rogers said in that song, you gotta know when to hold him, when to fold him, when to walk away. Ramirez takes a half a step back now. Walk away a little bit, he's gonna land a big shot.
There's an uppercut from Jesse Hart, and he comes around it with a left hook. Especially at moments like that with Hart leaning forward.
Especially like that, again, like we talked about earlier in the fight. Ramirez can throw a throwaway punch up top, get Hart to lean in a little bit, and then finish with the uppercut.
Both men open up and a big right hand from Jesse Hart.
And that's where the power is, in his right hand.
And he ate it. Ramirez ate that shot.
This has been a great comeback round, though, for Jesse Hart.
That was low. Okay, listen, keep those punches up.
All right, step around, get your breath. Use your jab. Come on, Jesse, use your jab.
You want to put a little water in the basement? Well, this is how you do it. Ramirez, bang. Wow, that's a flood right there.
Yes,
But
keep those punches up.
you come back and you give him a little bit of this.
Puños
Hart comes
arriba.
back with that
Okay, let's
left
go.
uppercut. It's been there for him. Actually, the right uppercut has been there for him. He showed he can do it on either side right there.
WBO Super Middleweight Championship here.
In Zurdo Ramirez's corner said, I want you to keep your guard up, walk him down, and I think he's ready to go. I think you can finish him here in round 10.
Teddy, do you agree with that assessment of the corner of Ramirez?
No, because when you're talking about finishing him, and you don't finish him at the end of the round, there's a little discouragement. There's room for discouragement, room for failure. You didn't finish him. Just dominate him. Just control him. Just do the fundamental things you have to do to win one round at a time.
Like backing him up with a straight left hand. As Ramirez continues his work rate. Timmy, where does hope lie for Jesse Hart right now?
Well, he's gonna need a knockout. And, you know, Jesse's landing one punch at a time. He'll land a big uppercut, one after the other, to be able to hurt Ramirez. Ramirez keeps attacking that body, though, slowing down Hart.
Right hands work against southpaws. That's exactly what Hart has in his mind right now. Land a big right hand against his lefty.
Follow it up with the left hook, though. You know, the one shot is obviously not affecting Ramirez. The second shot can definitely do more damage. Ramirez is just so busy, so savvy in the inside, so comfortable. You know, landing little shots, big shots here and there, dropping down to the body on Hart.
With purpose.
Go back.
Zurdo Ramirez.
He's like a bunch of gnats on a hot summer night when you're trying to have a nice picnic. You know, just destroys the picnic, destroys the barbecue, because he never stops. Never stops annoying you. Little shots, big shots, he's all over.
And he can take a shot.
As he looks to defend his world title here in Arizona tonight. Short break, stay with us.
All right, come on, knock it off.
WBO super middleweight title on the line as Zurdo Ramirez looks to take this thing home against Jesse Hart. There have been so many moments tonight where you get the sense that Ramirez could close the show, could hit the accelerator and find something, but time and time again.
If Hart did talk to his real estate agent, he's a good one. He told him about location. He told him you belong on the outside, kid, not on the inside. Well, you charge him 4 punches for those 3 feet. Right. And that's what he's trying to do right now. Charge Ramirez.
Circling and then tying up.
There's that right uppercut. That's where the power is, the right hand for Hart. That's what he needs.
See Ramirez keep leaning forward.
There's a right hand.
There's a good right hand for Hart. Ramirez staggered back. The champ who has been in control, a moment of doubt here in the midst of round number 11. Hart has to take advantage now, doesn't he, Teddy?
He's going to look back if his hand's not raised at the end of this fight and say, in that 11th round when I hit him with the right hand, I did not do enough.
Yeah, but that, like I said, it comes with experience. Like, Hart didn't even see that.
This is the title, baby.
Yeah, but he didn't even see that he hurt him. That's the thing. If he saw that he hurt him, he would have attacked him. He's moving back now.
I saw it.
I saw it too. But I don't think Hart saw it.
Maybe he didn't want to see it. Because if he saw it, he's got to take chances.
That's a very good point. And that takes risk.
Yes, it does.
With that aggression, with that ability to have to make that decision, takes great risk.
To make that choice, and he might not be ready to be a champion.
Watch your elbow, watch your elbow.
Meanwhile, the champion continues to close the gap with steps forward as we come to the end of round number 11. It has been an entertaining fight as the work continues between Hart and Zurdo right through the bell.
Last round, baby, last round, man.
Take a look at these replays right here. Right here, bang! You saw the head move. You didn't see him do this earlier, that means he's hurt.
Round, touch him up.
He did a cha-cha. When you do a cha-cha, that means you're upstairs. That right hand again, landing clean. And then you see Ramirez put his hands out, his legs move a little bit involuntarily. I know he wasn't practicing the cha-cha. I know that.
Teddy, you've got this thing closer than I would expect. Ramirez on top on your card. As you've given 3 of the last 4 rounds to Jesse Hart. As they come out swinging to get things going here in the 12th and final rounds.
Jesse has one to defense. Come back and win this fight. Come close. We're winning this fight right now.
Look at the work rate continuing from Ramirez. He's it as a champion, I feel even hungrier than before.
You're seeing that championship mentality from Ramirez right now.
Hart's kicking up ground, hoping that he can set a trap. Hoping to detach the aggressive Ramirez on the way in. Ramirez has to worry about one thing coming in. Just behind that jab. Brilliant vision of Hart. So it's not easy for Hart to time him on the way in. Put some bugs on those windshields.
I think Hart's waiting on his moment right now to explode. Ramirez is not giving it to him right now.
Ramirez.
There's an uppercut by Hart. It's there for him. He's got to throw it. Why is it there? Because Ramirez leaves his head right in the middle where you can split the guard.
Ramirez hasn't learned to keep that head outside that shoulder.
Right in that spot.
Listen, keep your punches up. Keep your punches up. You hear me? Let's go.
From Ortega here as we approach the final minute of the WBO super middleweight title on the line. Ramirez up on Teddy's scorecard, seemingly in control throughout the night, but Hart has been game. He got up off the canvas in round number 2. He was hurt badly in round number 4. Son of a legend in Philly, said he was born for this moment. But don't dismiss Zurdo Ramirez and everything he's been through in his life, overcoming so much in his childhood. Starting off his career with 3 fights within 15 days at 18 years old, rising up to 35-0 and a belt holder.
Hart's going to be upset if he don't win this fight.
There was that moment of opportunity in the 11th round. He shows you that.
And now
Good shots by Hart.
That right uppercut landed.
Here they go. Ramirez fires back. Oh, they're going to take it home and
Let him go. Go, bud.
Crowd is standing here in Tucson. To the bell they will go. They loved it.
Great fight, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, after going the distance of 12 rounds, we consult the official scorecard to determine a winner. Judges Carter and Flores turned in identical scorecards of 115 to 112. And Judge Feldman scores it 114 to 113. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. And still WBO super middleweight champion of the world, El Zurdo, Gilberto